Rebuilding the race car found in the woods. Hunting down the owner of a 1934 Ford found in the woods can be tricky. It took me 5 years to locate the owner of the property and convince them that I could and should remove the junk car with the name Massey painted on the roof. That was only half the battle. After fighting trees, a three-legged dog, and a small mountain, the car was finally mine. A few months later, it would be gone. But that's not a bad thing. The battered old Ford is now back in the hands of a man who plans on restoring the car to its round-track glory days. Mike Massey, the son of one of the car's trio of former owners, is well on his way to reviving his dad's 1934 Ford found in the woods. After tracking down a link, I decided to contact Massey Auto Parts in Locust Fork, Alabama. The lady on the phone gasped when I told her I'd found an old race car with the name Massey on the roof. "Mike, you're going to want to take this call," she said. Mike Massey is the son of Sam Massey, one of the Massey brothers trio who took turns wheeling the 1934 Ford J2 race car around the dirt bull rings in the Deep South during the 1950s. It wasn't long before the pieces came together. I relayed my story. It was a jaw-dropper to them because the family believed all the old Massey race cars were dead and gone. This one had slipped through the cracks, or the trees as it were. The three Massey brothers, Jack, Sam, and Joe, are members of the Alabama Auto Racing Pioneers Hall of Fame. The extended Massey family, all aware of the historical significance and sentimental value of the 34, wanted to see Mike get the car back. They contacted me and made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Okay, it wasn't much of an offer, but I felt like I kind of owed it to them to get the car back and their family. It didn't take long to decide that I couldn't keep a piece of history from a family who wanted to restore it. I was happy to play a small part and let it go back to the rightful ownership. To say the 34 Ford needed help is an understatement. Massey found a $250 frame to replace the one that was rusted almost in half. His friend, Bobby Varnon, offered the frame to help him start rebuilding the race car. Major metalwork was needed to stabilize and strengthen the rusty shell on top of the new, sturdier frame. Massey contacted Road Rage Hot Rod Restorations, located in Blount County, Alabama. They specialize in rat rods. The owner, Kendall, is an expert in crafting something good out of something bad. Kendall reinforced the doors and body shell with electrical conduit. A new firewall, roof skin, also up on the list. Next, he grafted a 1935 Ford center section and window to the back panel of the body, which went along with tons of patchwork that was needed. A new roll bar was also welded in place. Kendall worked on the car off and on over the course of 6 months as Massey's funds allowed. An acid treatment was applied before the 34 was sent off to the body shop for paint. Smoothing out the bumps and bruises on the Ford race car was not a high priority. Massey wanted to maintain the original rugged looks of the round tracker. Plans are to have it painted the same colors it ran in the 1950s, all black and lettered with Sam Massey, the Duke of the Speedway, across the roof. Period correct seats, wheels, and powertrain are in the works. I can almost hear the sweet sound of a flathead V8. I never thought this old race car would be gone this fast. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Find out what happens to the old race car. I'm Jody Potter. This is Junkyard Life, the story beneath the rust. Thanks for watching.